Hello, everyone. I haven't been on here in a while, so I thought I'd come on and see what y'all were up to. Um, if you can see my kitchen back there, sorry. Made baked chicken and stuff for dinner, and I just have not got it cleaned up yet. But that's what happens. I'll start cleaning, and then it'll get too late. Yeah, I know, Lady Von Wolf. It'll get too late, and I just end up either doing it and then not coming on here. But anyway, I haven't talked to y'all in a while. Yeah, I figured you did. I thought, well, I'm just fixing to go on anyway, so maybe she'll come on there. Kind of wondering what everybody did for Ostara. I did nothing. I have lost my witchy room, but that's okay. My son's home and safe. That's more important, I guess. But I did have a few plans, a few things to do, but just didn't do them. I got a mess, though, to clean up. What do you want to talk about, Lady Blonde Wolf? No. Yeah. Yeah, me and Lady Blonde Wolf were talking earlier about Santa Muerte, and she's going to start working with her. So she's been doing some research and stuff like that. If any of you on here work with Santa Muerte and we're on here, then maybe you can tell her a little bit about it. I mean, I know a little bit, but not enough to be teaching anybody anything. We were talking about tarot decks too. Was she telling you? Yeah, I think she's right. Like I said, she's a lot like Hecate. Hi, Aiden. Gee, you're a real witch. Can I have your? Yes, I'm a real witch. We were just talking about you, Aiden. Me and Lady Blind Wolf were talking earlier and wondering how you was doing. Yeah, she moved her skit and the whole thing with the smoke when I tried to cleanse her and bless her. Oh, was that when you was using the Palo Santo on her? So far, Hecate really hasn't rejected anything I've done for her that I remember. Oh no, that's why my ears are ringing. Probably. Ring, ring, ring. The witches are calling. The witches are calling. Can y'all believe how freaking fat I've gotten? I just can't get over it. I'm ready to get my taxes done so I can get the stimulus checks. Well, you should have already gotten your stimulus checks for taxes last year. As long as you're on the tax register. I got mine done, but I owe. Yeah, get stimulus money, but have to send it back to them because I owe it to them. I think it was more she felt like she needed more than just wasn't feeling, oh yeah. But I did figure out that she likes dragon's blood, at least mine does. Yeah, I think most of them like dragon's blood for some reason. Most every god and goddess, even Lucifer, Hades, them people, they like dragon's blood. The thing I was wondering about, though, I got to thinking, Hecate, she leads the dead back and forth, and at Dipnon, that one time a month when you set out your suppers, your Dipnon supper, uh, which is what Dipnon means, a supper, in case y'all didn't know that. To aid them in their journey to and from, or her. Uh, whenever I purify or cleanse my area or my altar, I'm prone to use sage most of the time, some sort of sage. But I got to thinking, some of those spirits that she's leading around might not be such good spirits. I mean, I'm sure she doesn't only lead the good ones, spirits nonetheless, and going to their judgment or wherever they're heading. Makes me wonder if you sage, if it might keep her away, because it keeps the entities or spirits that she's leading away, and she has to stay with them on that trip. Maybe I just think too damn much. I probably think too much, don't I? Where am I at? Let's see. I did figure out she using that stymie to move out. Yeah, away from the crackheads. I'll use that stimmy. Okay, yeah. I'll be glad when you're out of there. I'm getting money back, so I got a whole laundry list of things I need to accomplish. Yeah. I was telling you about always keeping your altar lit up. So you think that keeping the altar lit up keeps bad spirits away? I mean, is that what you're saying? Is that it's supposed to keep? Oh, okay. Is it supposed to keep them away when there's always lights on, either sunlight or candles? Yeah, but like you said, nobody's gonna leave candles burning on their altar all the time. That's just asking for a fire. Let's just text the moon and the fae and see what happens. Aiden, you ass. He just does that, Lady Blind Wolf, because he knows it just sets me on fire. You leave my moon alone and the fae. You will deal with me. Oh my. Now let's just sit back and laugh at the idiots that want to text the moon in the face. Oh, that's true. I just can't believe this stupidity. I just can't believe it. That's what I was looking at with my research. Some people just use Christmas lights instead of the candles for. Yeah, that's what I was going to tell you before we got cut off, Lady Blonde Wolf. I've seen people put Christmas lights around their altars. Yeah, yeah. I thought about doing that. I was going to get some blue ones. I don't know why blue resonated with me for that altar, but it just did. So I was going to get, the darker blue, not the real light blue. I don't know why. It just crossed my mind. And I think a long time ago, whenever I was first putting my altar up, this new one, I think you told me that, Lady Blind Wolf, that I could put lights, Christmas lights around it. I believe. Onto your stuff if you can change them to whatever color you want. Yeah. Well, I think I've convinced Lindy to come back to YouTube soon, so I'm excited about that. Well, that's good. Uh, she's on YouTube. She started a paranormal channel. Are you talking about oh, I know so many of them, and when you use their real names, I don't. What's her witchy name? So I don't have to sit here and throw a shoe. You've been in contact with her? Did you tell her we missed her? I know who Lindy is. She lives in Tennessee. Night Owl, Night Owl, something like that. Willow Night Owl. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah, she started a paranormal channel. Yeah. Use those outdoor lights that you charge in the sun too, and they'll save you money. Yeah, I've got them lamps that do that. That you can set them out in the solar, they're solar powered. Or not solar powered, but you know what I mean. You charge them in the daylight and then they stay lit up at night. But I have two lanterns on my altar, one on each side, um, just for significance. I mean, Lampodia, light of the way is one of Hecate's epithets. So she did do a VR on her paranormal channel. Yeah. Lady Blindwolf, I think you're the one that told me that because I had asked about her. And you said that you're the one that told me she had that paranormal channel, so I looked her up. Yeah, she said she's thinking about making videos on her witchy channel again. Well, good. I didn't know what had happened to her. She decided to step off the path, or she has two channels, one in Tennessee, and I think one. Yeah, I'm subscribed to the paranormal one too, just because I, want to support her. I like her, but honestly, I don't watch the paranormal stuff a lot. I don't know why. Just a lot of it is, I'm sorry, but bullshit. You know, I mean, there's a couple of them that I watch simply because I like people that do the channel, and to support them. It's not necessarily that I believe everything that's going on. You know, um, now I've seen some that were extremely real. I mean, if it wasn't really happening, it's the closest you could probably get to it. You know what I mean? Because of drama, I really don't want to talk about. She doesn't like to label witch anymore, but she still practices. Oh, I see. Well, that's her prerogative. One night, you and I were having that experience with a spirit box. Yeah, that was odd, wasn't it? That was pretty awesome. I could turn it on now. I don't ever listen to it anymore. Like I said, I've been so busy doing other things. My son moved home and his girlfriend moved in too, and my world just kind of been turned upside down. I gave them my witchy room. I was so sad about that. Okay, she's back up here against where she was, and she was happy there too. So get this turned on. See what. Can you pull a few cards for me and just tell me what comes up for you? Sure. Yeah, let me go get them. Turn this on. All right, I got the ghost radio turned on. Let me go get my cards, Aiden. I honestly don't think my spirit's like anybody else here either. I mean, I've noticed that now, whenever, like right now, neither one of them are home. Nobody's home but me and my cats. And I've noticed that when I'm here by myself, this place is more active than it was ever when it was just me and my old man here. So I think they feel like they're having to be quiet because, there's other people here and they feel suppressed. I don't know. Thank you. No pressure. Just it's fine. No. So I don't know. But like when I went up to get these, I heard something click right there on top of my altar too. Like one of my things moved. That I have this big like glass, and it's trimmed in gold trim. It's a cake plate that I set up on there and set Hecate, her statue, up on top of it, so she's raised above her altar a little bit. And then I put her offerings on it in front of her and stuff like that. And it when I got up to go in there, it seemed like one of my copper bowls moved on there is what it sounded like. You can tell them to come out too, but I'd be careful saying, yeah, I want to know what it is before I say it's okay. Need to go first, or you want me to wait on you? Oh, are you gonna do as are you gonna pull cards for him too? But I can invite them, but yeah. Well, they know. They know that they're welcome here as long as they're nice. I don't mind them being here at all, but uh, I guess they just don't want to reveal themselves to other people. I don't know, but okay. All right, here we go. Okay, Aiden. Brandon Newman. You kind of remind me of my mom that recently passed away. She used to beat the crap out of me for being gay, and now she can watch me being choked out by older men from the depths of hell. Oh, damn. Wow. Aiden. Dude, I might be your mom coming back and reincarnating. I'll still beat the shit out of you for talking like that. Wow. Okay, here we go. Got the Page of Swords. Uh-oh. Four of Swords. And the Nine of Swords. What the hell have you been doing? I honestly don't think I've ever gotten a 3-card spread. And all 3 of them were of the same thing. Well, okay. Now, the Page of Swords, I guess you know what he does and doesn't do. He's kind of starting out on a new adventure and trying something different. Um, this was your game plan, right? You're like starting over or starting something new, and you've really never delved in it before, or you don't know. You know what I'm trying to say. It's a brand new journey. It's something that you. Oh shit! That startled me. Hello. He said, "I'm trying to." Anyway, then now this was your what you in your recent, very recent past. He just said recent, very recent past. Then you right as of now, what's going on in the present time? You've got the Four of Swords right here, which uh, I don't know about this one. I think that whatever it is that you started on, or your new excursion or game plan, whatever it might be, I feel that I feel like you're kind of iffy about it. You don't. It's like things are looking kind of productive. It may be. It could be a business venture. It could be a relationship. It could be anything that you've set into motion. Um, it's starting to come to fruition, and you're starting to see it. Um, but you're kind of protective. He said cold. You're very protective, and probably with good cause. Now, this third card isn't a good card. It's the Nine of Swords. And you know what that means. Um, I feel that, and you can change this. Um, it could be a step that you're now thinking. Things are kind of looking good, and so you're thinking, okay, I'm going to go ahead and do this. Um, whatever it is that you're almost 100% sure that you want to do at the moment, don't do it. Or wait until other things start to reveal themselves, because this Nine of Swords is going to make you wish you had. This is not a very good card. You're gonna end up at a loss, whether it be money, the relationship. You're gonna feel trapped. I just whatever it is that I mean, right now, it like I said, it's starting to look up. I mean, you're at the Four of Swords, your emotions are feeling okay, and you're like, all right, I finally found this and that. Well, I'm sorry, brother, but it could be an extremely hard letdown by this bad boy right here. So, I'm not saying completely stop whatever endeavor that you have began, but hold off for now. Okay? If it's a relationship, back off a little bit. Um, Gang. Just go real slow. Watch every move, everything. Watch every single thing. And the first minute that you detect something, not right, dishonesty, whatever it may be, something that goes against how you're feeling or what you're wanting, get rid of it, whatever it is. Because if you don't, right now, from the whole look of this, is you're trying to start all over. You're doing something different, and you think you found the answer, and it's not the answer. Okay, it's going to lead straight to heartache, or total financial ruin, or whatever it is you're vested in. Okay, so I really don't like bad readings. To me, that's not even a bad reading. It's just caution. Proceed with extreme caution. Okay, you can do whatever you want to do. You can wait until whatever it is reveals itself and then deal with it. And it may not be that that's the end of whatever the Nine of Swords. It could just be extremely an extremely bad wreck. You know what I mean? Wreck of emotion, wreck of finances, wreck of just a major wreck in your life. So I would be really careful, brother. Whatever it is, okay? Keep your guard up. Boy, that male spirit is all about. Oh, I know. You're trying to read for him. You have a spirit heckler. Yeah, just then he said, "Listen, I'm listening now. I'm not talking. What do you want, you rude ass?" Now he won't talk. For you, I sent you. It's over here. For you, I sent you the pics. What pictures, Lady Von Santa Morte? I mean, you lost me. I'm sorry, Aiden, if they're bad, blonde people and cameras are not a good combination. What the hell? Well, it's interesting because with me, you got the strength card first, and it's a little man pushing a bigger woman off balance that is under her foot. And then you have the Six of Cups and then the Four of Cups. Yeah, see? But look, it does kind of coincide with mine because you have the bigger woman, he's pushing the bigger woman off balance. That means it's beginning something. He's doing this for a reason, which is my Page of Swords. And then the Six of Cups, it's the money's going good. Okay. Mine was the Four of Swords. Everything's starting to look good, come up. And then the Four of Cups drops back down, which the Nine of Swords. So what I'm saying is that you need to get your strength back because you're having some kind of battle that you feel all eyes are on you and you are regretting spilled milk and ships that have sailed. Isn't that just like a man to want to have to talk over his women all the time? No offense, Aiden. Yeah. So we actually pretty much got the same reading, Aiden. There's going to be a dilemma that you're going to be faced with. Pretty much is when you put them both together. Because, like I said, she got the little man pushing the big woman off. That's a start of something, just like the Page of Swords, and then the Four of Swords, which the emotions are raising and getting better, feeling better. With her Six of Cups, I think she got as the second card. That's finances looking better, things looking up, and then she got the Four of Cups, which something drops off, and that's where my Nine of Swords come in. Something's going to bond you, or make you wish you hadn't made whatever decision you're thinking about making. No pressure. Just be careful. Are you still here? I don't know if he's still here, Lady Blind Wolf. But I can't wait till it gets warm around here so I can go walking and get outside and all that and walk some of this fat off. In my deck, the boy is leaning over the balcony watching a ship sail off as his cup full of wine drops off. Yeah, see? Something is, I just feel whatever endeavor you're venturing in, you're setting yourself up for failure. So usually when I see 4, I think of stability. Sorry, I'm working at the moment. Oh, okay. Yeah, the 4 is good. And either on any of the whatever you want to call them, on any of the cards, it's just there's a rise and there's a fall here, and it's only in 3 cards, so it's going to be significant. But my 6 of Cups is basically a puppet show on a stage, and people are watching the puppet show. Yeah. Well, I look at the 6 of Cups as emotion, high emotion, movement. They're under the water sign, so it would be movement, whether you're moving forward, being stagnant, or I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I think that, things are going pretty good for him right at the moment, and he's thinking, and he probably did make the right decision, but something else, if it hadn't already reared its head, is going to, and he's going to have to be leery of that. Don't be so trusting. I mean, to me, I see depression in that card because he's just regretting ships that have. Yeah. Well, or, depression either way, whatever he's thinking. I mean, he could be saying, I thought this was the one if it's a companion. Or why haven't I learned yet? It could be anything going through his mind. Or how did I lose that much money? Or, it's an emotion of some sort. And it's like you said, you see depression. But with the swords being movement and the cups being emotion, something's in play here. Six of Cups. It's 2 black people watching their puppet show. Well, that's just diversity. It's people with different opinions. Some may like his show, some may not. You know what I mean? Kind of hypothetically speaking. That's talking about emotional opposition, but people are watching. Right. Just seeing what the outcome would be. Yeah. Oh, my friend here just said violence. I've been waiting, thinking about telling my mom I'm gay, but now that I've got this reading, hell no, I'm waiting. You know what I would do, Aiden? I didn't realize that your mom didn't know that you were gay. You know what he just said? He said, be careful regarding. I I would kind of bring the subject up in another way where she wouldn't have any idea that you were talking about yourself. I don't know what that would be because I don't know how your mom is, but inventory. I don't need to do inventory. I would kind of. Do you have any idea how she feels about that subject? First of all, well, that would explain what looks like a boy knocking what looks like a woman off balance. Right. But then again, if I had a different deck, I'd probably give you a different message. It's just a deck I grabbed. Like there's something with social media. Be careful what you say and do on social media. You feel like it's something on social media? I feel like, yes, these are my friends. He goes, your friends. Well, you should always be careful with that. Yeah. Oh no. Huh?
So I had to pick him up because he's so stupid.
Oh.
They were not over there. He got into some trip. I don't know who they were, but
Where's he at?
he's over there at a friend's house. I stopped at a friend's house right here and used their home. Make sure he was good because like 3 cops passed him. No, wait, did he come in? He texted the front and said, please come on and get me. I know you don't have your car.
That's right, I don't.
So I'm gonna get it.
You know where he's at?
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with him. He was supposed to do it to his sister. But you want that, and all of a sudden he won't be able to.
Oh, fuck. All right. Be careful. Sorry, kids. All I know is my mom told me at the age of 16, if you ever come out as gay, lose my number and never talk to me. Oh, no. Why does he want to sound like a parrot? I think it's a little kid that you have in there, not a man. Because you're just hearing him through here. I'm going to have to turn this off, though. Because I'll talk to y'all in a little while. Yeah, that's just annoying me. So she pretty much kind of knows that you're gay. She just doesn't want you to tell everybody else. Because she said if you ever come out as gay. In other words, tell everybody. So to embarrass her or wow. He wants to be a butthole. Yeah, I turned it off that way because I can't do both things here. Every time I say something, of course, they're ready to talk once I let them on there. She's too busy basing her life on what others think of her, and that's the only thing that matters. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. I've often thought about that. What if one of my kids had told me that they were gay, or, what I would do, or how I would feel about it? Well, that's it. She worries more about her reputation than me, so I don't really care for my mom that much in some ways. Yeah, poor thing. Too many people are more focused on what others think of them instead of self-love and basing their life off of an opinion. Yeah, that's true. Oh, I bet. Yeah, that's one thing about me. I mean, I care more about what my family, thinks of me than anyone. But even that is to, a certain extent. I mean, it's my life. I live it how I see fit, and the decisions I make, I'm the one that has to deal with. So, um, whatever, so be it. Yeah. My mother's really open-minded. I mean, she doesn't quite understand my witch thing, but like I said, us being Cherokee Indian, it doesn't surprise her. And she's never said one way or the other whether she believes it. I mean, it's just like she knows, but that we don't talk about it. We don't. It's not in our everyday discussions. Honestly, it's just like I never told her anything. I think she kind of always knew. I mean, I've always been weird. Hang on a sec. Hello. Hey. She just left to come get you. Yeah, she said you told her to come get you. You okay? Okay. Well, she had me scared. I didn't know what the hell. I mean, I couldn't come get you because my car's not here. Okay. Well, she should be there in a second then. All right. Love you. Bye. I swear this would not be happening if I wasn't on here, guys. Sorry. Okay, where am I at? Where am I at? My youngest is trans, but we were raised in a gay community. She'd rather my sister or I be lesbian or trans and date outside of the white race. Oh, well, there may be a lot of things I don't understand, um, because I'm not that way, or I've never had to deal with it within my own self. So I may not understand them, but that doesn't mean they're right or wrong. I don't, it's not my duty to judge people for what they do or how they live their lives or walk their paths. Um, there are a few things that I'm adamant on not having around me, um, but that type of thing isn't one of them. You know, um, Everybody has the right to live how they choose, as long as you're not hurting anyone else. You're not bothering anybody else. They should leave you alone. That's the way I look at it. A lot of people don't agree with me being a witch or don't believe me or what the hell ever. I don't care. I don't care. I know who and what I am. And if people don't like me, they don't have to be around me. You know, I don't care. I'm still going to live and breathe with or without them. My stepdad was in the KKK. He was mad because his wife let him, because he was a jerk and a drunk, took their kids and left him for a black guy. Oh, so he just hated all black people because of that, what happened. Yeah. I mean, unfortunately, that's just something in this world that everybody's going to have to deal with. Um, it's a lot better now than it used to be, but there's still a lot of it out there. And uh, I don't know. I don't. I don't. I don't have any reasons for any of it. Um, to each their own. It's like, um, when you talk to Christians, they're so ignorant as far as actual witchcraft goes that they don't even realize that most of us do not even acknowledge that Satan exists, much less worship him. I mean, it's just ignorance. If you want to bash something, learn about it first. And then if you still disagree with it, well, just disagree with it. Doesn't mean you have to follow it. It doesn't mean you have to have it in your life. Just, let everybody else do what the hell they want to do. Very simple. People need to learn to start living their own life instead of trying to control and tell other people down. Right. Yep, they sure do. Putting people down and being all up in someone else's business, how their life is so much better than the person they're tearing down. It makes them feel. Yeah. And unfortunately, that's the way it's always been and always will be. People want to hurt somebody else just to make them feel like they're high and mighty or better than they are, as you said. And in reality, they're not. So I think most people in general are just trying to get through this life, And I think most of us want to be as happy as allowed, or that we can be content even, would suffice for me at times. I mean, I know that I've dealt with a lot of shit, and especially, in the last several years. And I just want to be happy and content within myself. And the only satisfaction I get, and the only way I feel that way, is going to my altar and doing my meditations and all my witchy stuff, as everybody would say. That's how I get through this world. And whether it's a true thing or not, if anybody else believes in it or believes me, is beside the point. It's totally irrelevant. It's what I believe. It's what I do. It's what works for me. And I don't hurt anybody else, In fact, I'm more apt to help you than a Christian would. Yes, I said that. And it's the truth. So, I don't really care what people think about me. Go down and being all up in someone else's business, how their life is so much better than the person they're here. And if you're a Christian, please don't go on a witchy channel and try to force your opinions down exactly down others' throats and say things like, I'm risking your salvation risking my salvation to convert you to Christianity. Oh, do they know how stupid they sound? I guarantee you a lot of witches are more Christian-like than the Christians. I'm just going to throw that out there because it's the truth. I guarantee you, if you're starving to death or on the street, I would almost guarantee you that a witch will stop and help you quicker than a Christian would. I'm convinced of that. Yeah. Just saying. And in another chat or previous chat, you talk about how you summon demons to have sex with because your husband isn't cutting it in the bedroom. But yet he is sinful because you caught him. Yep. Yep. You can't make a YouTube channel and have videos and contradict yourself. You're gonna have people start really doubting you. We don't go door to door trying to convert people, and we don't protest it. Exactly. And I've said that so many times. You don't see us going to churches or threatening to burn them down if they don't stay out of there. We don't care. You wanna worship your God? Worship your God. We're not telling you you can't. We're not even telling you he doesn't exist. No Christian would help you. It's just you have to convert. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, if you were following, Jesus Christ or our God, the Christian God, then you wouldn't be in this predicament. Really? Okay. There's people on the streets that honestly, the only thing they have with them is their Bible and the clothes they have on their back.
That's cool.
So, I don't know. And I'm not bashing Christianity. I'm not at all. I'm just saying it doesn't matter what religion you are. If you're a good person, you're a good person. If you're not, you're not. That's just the way it is. So, but the only thing is, is the Bible itself. I mean, Christianity is a pretty big religion. It has its own book. Well, most of them do, but you know what I mean. And I think everybody at one time in their life or another has read that book. And we know what it says. It's like, I know what your book says, and that's not you. So who's the hypocrite here? It's not us. Live and let live, Yeah, I don't have a issue at all with Christianity. Not at all. I don't have a problem with Jesus Christ. I don't have a problem with the Christian God. And like you said, it's the people that follow them that annoy the shit plumb out of me. And there's examples of divination. Oh yeah, we were talking about that earlier. Well, yeah, I'm sure he was born pagan because back then, during the time of his birth, that's when the Christians were starting their little takeover, or trying to. The kings were converting to Christianity and trying to get their whole kingdoms to do that. I mean, he was born right in the middle of a lot of turmoil, political and religious wise. So, yeah, I'm sure there was still, paganism was running rampant because until Christianity come along, that was the only thing there was paganism. So, I got to get a Dr. Pepper. Oh, no. I got cold earlier and turned on my oven and now I'm burning up. Face is turning red. But yeah, I don't care what anybody else believes. If you're a good person, you're a good person. Believe how you want, and we can even talk about it. It's a good conversation piece that usually actually turns into something bad. Usually, you don't have that friend anymore if you start talking about stuff like this. But I mean, there's certain people in my family that I would not discuss it with, just simply because I don't want to go through that issue with them. It would literally hurt them if they thought I was going to hell. In their eyes, that's how they believe. Like when my grandmother was alive, I would not sit and talk to her about witchcraft. I would have never had an altar in her house. Not because I'm ashamed or whatever of what I'm doing, but because out of respect for her. You know what I mean? I just wouldn't put her through that. And that was my decision, and that's the way it was. Back then, people that were Jewish were considered to be pagan. Yeah, I heard that. I don't know, but I like being a witch. I fit right in being a witch. I can't imagine not being one. Um, I can't imagine my life without my crystals and my divination and my meditations and my cards, all my witchy things. I just thought of a poem, people. Um, I admit I'm not the most devout witch a lot of times here lately, but that's me most of the time during the winter anyway. I'm not myself throughout the winter months, but as y'all can tell, I'm starting to come back to life. The storms are going to start. They've already started. I know Aiden. There were some tornadoes in Texas here a while back. A few of them flew through Oklahoma. I don't remember if anyone touched down, but any one of them. But my favorite season's about to start, and it's just a time of renewal. And this is what Ostara is about. Renewal, rebirth. Even Persephone. A lot of times I relate to Persephone in an extremely huge way. I feel like Persephone because when she goes down into the underworld, this is where the elders got the seasons from, and November's when she's preparing to go down in there, and winter's the time that she's there because Demeter. I've explained this to y'all because Demeter's upset that her daughter's gone. Demeter stops things from growing because Demeter is the goddess of the harvest, the growth, of everything. So when Persephone's gone, Demeter's depressed, and that's how come she doesn't. That's where they get winter. But then when she comes out, Demeter's starting to get happy again, and that's how I feel. I feel like I'm in between Demeter and Persephone because I'm always like that through the winter months. I can't hold down a job. I really am depressed. And this year I got extremely fat, which depressed me even more. Just saying. So, yeah, I can definitely relate to Demeter and Persephone. Of course, I get depressed for different reasons than Demeter, but when I came back to the path, in a lot of ways, I'm at peace. Oh, so you left the path at one time? That's another thing. I have the new ones, that want to become a witch, and you hear the stories. Well, once you join the path, you cannot get off of it, or all kinds of bad things are going to happen to you. That's not true. That's just not true. It's a path like anything else, and believe you me, the gods and goddesses do not want you on it if you don't want to be on it. It's your own choice. Nobody makes you walk this path, and the gods or goddesses just don't want you there if you don't want to be there. So they don't care. So what? Walk off of it. Now I will say one thing. If you get on the path and you make a commitment, you make a pact with an entity, with a god, goddess, something like that. If you do something to that extreme, then you decide you want to leave it, you're probably going to have a harder time doing that. That's probably not going to be easy to do because you've made a pact with this god or goddess, and they're going to hold you to that unless you're absolutely positively 100% sure that you're not ever going to change your mind. Then you don't need to be making pacts. Me, I've been a witch all my life, and I probably always will be. I still have not made a formal pact with anyone, not even Hecate. I just know that, that's I'm her daughter, and first of all, I don't need to. She already knows. Oh, you started out as a Wiccan? Yeah, I studied up on that. Um, really, I don't see a whole lot of difference between the Wiccans and the witches. I believe that a lot of us witches, especially the ones that have been on the path their whole lives, uh, don't really have a problem with Wiccan. It's well, like speaking for myself, I don't want to be stereotyped. I don't want to be uh, put in a category. And I feel like Wiccan does that, or Wicca does that. You mean, if you'll notice when you say, if you were to just walk up to somebody and say, yeah, I'm a witch, what is the first thing they're going to say to you? More than likely, they're going to say, oh, you're Wiccan. No, I'm not Wiccan. I'm a witch. I believe that Wicca, well, we all know, Gerald Gardner started that. Um, they just, it's just not my path. I don't have anything against them, you know. Teach their own. I just don't like, they have their creed, their reed that they go by, and I don't agree. To me, that's more like the Ten Commandments. Um, that to me takes away some people's rights. Um, I mean, seriously, you have the right to be a horrible person if that's what you want to be. I don't recommend it, but you know what I'm saying. You have that right. Um, I don't believe in the threefold law. No, I do not. Never have, never will. Um, I don't believe if you kill one of my children and I slit your throat, that shit's going to come back on me 1,000 times. Yeah, I'm going to pay for it, but it's through man, not the gods, not goddesses, and not karma. You know, it's just I broke the law. So I'm probably going to prison. But that's man's law. It's not anything, that I'm going to have bad luck the rest of my life. I guess I would, being behind bars. That would be the end of my life. But, that's my choice. I made that choice. But you see what I'm trying to get at. But there weren't a lot of places where you could get the things that you needed. And that was before YouTube was invented. Once I got a phone and started watching all the witches on the, yeah. I decided after a trip to metaphysical shop here that I was better off where I was. So I came back and started learning them. Yeah. Yeah. And a lot of it, seriously, a lot of it's intuitive, or it was for me. I mean, I can't honestly, I mean, I went to church. I grew up in church. The walls didn't burn down and I didn't burst into flames, you know. Even since I started practicing, I've been in church, with other family members or funerals or whatever. I've walked through church doors. It's just a building, I mean, it's plumb flat out ridiculous to think that somebody's going to burst into flames because, you know, they walk in a church. Yeah, or reflect their own stuff right back at them. That's why whenever I hex, I'm careful about what hexes I use. Erectile dysfunction, so John supposed to work. Yeah. Yeah, they do. Uh, I'm not in the habit of hexing people. Um, Not because I believe it's bad and not because, I think shit's going to come back in my face. No, I'm just not that type of person to hex for every little thing that goes on because I know that they're supposed to be good with bad. There's an opposite to everything. There's a shadow side to everything. And I believe all has to exist within unison. Now, like I said, it would depend on what degree bad it is. If you kill one of my cats or hurt one of my kids or, hit me where it hurts in my heart, I'm probably going to come at you with all wands blazing. More than likely, that's what you're going to get. And I assure you, it's going to happen. You're going to wish you had never done whatever it was you done a million times over. So, but, just for peddly crap, somebody calls me a name or whatever, I would get so frustrated sitting there with kids at youth group watching a pastor show a video about a guy being involved with Wicca. Yeah. And how it took him into drugs and led his life astray, when I know that in a lot of practices that was not. No. And that's with anything. You can take, well, I know Christians that will go out and party their ass off on Friday, Saturday, they sleep with all these women and drink all this booze and smoke their pot and do, whatever. But they're at church Sunday morning. Yeah. I mean, if that's how they want to live their life, to me, it's stupid and redundant and they're not getting anywhere. But that's their prerogative. I don't care. It doesn't, as long as it does not affect me or anybody I love or care about, I'm good. They do whatever they want to do. I just hate it when people act like magic has no power, like there's no way baneful working I create could possibly. Oh, yeah. Well, let them believe it. You and I know different. We know it definitely works. Yeah, I know. And it's just the, I guess the law of physics kind of prevails, because when you start telling people that you're going to cause, something to happen in their life that they're going to regret that they did this, whatever, to you, and they laugh at you, so be it. Let them laugh. You'll be laughing last. And it's not karma. It's not, well, I guess they can chalk it up to whatever they want. However they want to explain it, something really shitty is probably going to happen. Hello, Rams. But like I said, people can believe how they want. I don't care. And this is a witch channel. If they don't want to watch a witch, then don't get on here. And if they have nothing better to do with their time than get on here and give me shit, then their life's pretty damn sad. Hello, Rams. How are you? You doing good tonight?
See?
Video. Doing a video. I know.
Hi!
That's my kiddo. I mean, I hate to say it, but look what a lot of churches, it's about the money, and the more people in church, the more times they. Oh yeah, that's true. Like I said, I don't judge people. I do know that the tithes go to help pay the preacher and his salary and keep their roof over their head so they can stay there. And like I said, I was raised in church, so what, they turn out my damn lot. Anyway, and that's fine. That isn't, well, it's just none of my business. I mean, I don't sit around and judge Christians like they do us, I assure you. I have other things to do with my time. Does that make sense? I mean, we are what we reflect. We get what we put back out. Yep. And you don't have to be a witch to realize that. That is simply being human. That's being a good person. You try to help people, and we help each other. Try to make everybody's, time on this earth a little bit easier if you can, instead of making it harder. And I'm not one of these witches that are floating around. I'm not Glinda, the good witch. I'm not a bad witch either. I'm just a witch. I have both sides. I can be bad and I can be good. It's duality. Everybody has it. Everybody has that shadow side. That's why we do shadow work. We don't do shadow work to help everybody else. Our shadow work is created to help us within ourselves, within our meaning of our past and our lives. Has nothing to do with anybody else at that given time. It's working on yourself. And if you're a good person, seriously, if you're a good person, why does it matter? It doesn't matter if you're black, white, green, yellow, orange, Hispanic, English, Irish, pagan, Wiccan, Christian. It doesn't matter what stereotype you're in if you're a good person. My main frustration with life, period, is when I'm so good and kind to someone and they just shit on me for no reason. Yeah, I know, Aiden. And we've all been there. There's probably not a person walking the face of this earth that has not been there at one point or the other. And that those sort of people, you can walk away from those situations knowing that, hey, I did the best I could do. And I tried, I helped, I was a good person. You can be satisfied in your own thinking. Just make sure that person don't come in your life and do that shit again. I mean, no matter what religion you practice, sadly, there's extremism in any religion. Christian, Muslim, Buddhism, and pagan, there's extremism. Yeah, there is. I mean, I know some witches, to be honest with you, that would soon set a Christian on fire as look at them. While I understand their plot, and I definitely understand where they're coming from, it doesn't mean I would do it. It doesn't mean I think it. I understand why they feel that way. Really, I do. But I mean, what are you going to do? I don't know. I just try to be the best person I can be, and with people around me, and I try to take care of the earth. I try to take care of the animals. Sound like an old hippie, don't I? It's just heartbreaking when people don't realize that I look up to them as a family member, because my own family doesn't accept me, and they just don't take my friendship as seriously as I do. Oh, Aiden, I'm sorry, honey. Well, you met me now, and I promise you, I'm very genuine. Personally, I don't agree with sacrificing it. Me either. Sacrificing animals for spell work, and specifically for spell work, I don't believe in killing no. I mean, yeah, no, I would never do that for any god, goddess. I just wouldn't. No, I couldn't do it. It would just, I would never be the same. I'd probably flip the fuck out if I done something like that. Sacrifice animals enough as it is for the food the Christians use to sacrifice. Yeah. Even in the thing that I have in there, that Hecate came from Hecate, she specifically put in there, I no longer, or I do not require sacrifice. Now, that does not mean, okay, well, there's different kinds of sacrifices. Y'all know that. What she's talking about is killing animals. Um, there are sacrifices that we make within ourselves every day on this path. We give up things to gain things, and we sacrifice our time to these deities, and that's what they enjoy the most. I mean, you can go out there and get them anything in the world, whiskey, flowers, certain candles, and crystals, and the things we put on their altars. But what they really want from us is their time, is our time. Sacrifice our time for them and to them. If something dies naturally, I don't mind. Right. Oh, of course, but it depends on the animal. Right. Yeah. If it's already deceased, if that's fine. That's just like me. When I'm no longer in this body, I don't care. I don't care what happens to my bones or whatever. I mean, I don't need them anymore. But as far as, like you said, going out and killing something, nope. And I don't want to be around anybody that does, and I don't care. I mean, they can do what they want. Just please don't do it around me. I don't want to see it. I don't want to hear about it, because it really does freak me out. It depresses me. It hurts me. I mean, you just don't realize how tender-hearted I am towards animals. Way more so than I am human beings. So, I mean, there you have it. Mainly because, them animals aren't like us. They live on pure instinct alone. They're just trying to survive. Mankind is shit. I mean, you have to admit, mankind is just shit. They're horrible. Most of them. Selfish. There's times I'm honestly ashamed to admit that I'm human. But, I'm not that way. And there's a lot of good people out there. It's not what I'm saying. But as a whole, mankind is nothing but a destroyer. Nothing. They do nothing but destroy. Unfortunately. And we're supposedly the smart ones around here on this earth. I don't think so. Told my youngest to let everyone know that when I pass on, have me cremated and throw my ashes in the ocean. Yeah. Yeah. I've actually been kind of flopping back and forth between. They've got this new way now that you can. They put you kind of like in a. I'm not really sure what it's made of, but it looks like a bulb, almost like a burlap sack. Whatever it is, it's biodegradable. And they put your body, I mean, you're literally curled up in the fetal position, is the way this picture looked that I looked at. You're literally curled up in this fetal position in this bag, and then they put the fertilizer and, dirt around you and blah, blah, blah. And they put a some whatever type of tree you want. They put the seed in there with you and then bury you in the ground. And so when that tree starts growing, it's also using your body as nutrients to go in that tree. So the rest of your existence is now in this beautiful, wonderful tree that one day will be huge. And they have these plaques that they put on the tree. you know, saying your name and all that. I think that's just neat as hell. I mean, can you imagine, driving down to a place one day and saying, "Yep, there's my grandma, or there's my fifth great grandma right there," pointing at this big, huge, beautiful tree? A lot of stuff mankind does is for personal gain or to avoid consequences, or they do things. Exactly. Yep. And I'm not going to sit here and say, that I've never been selfish or done things that would behoove me, because I have, not that I'm necessarily proud of them, but I mean, there's definitely been times in my life where I haven't been the best person I could be. None of us are perfect, but it depends on how hard you work on that. But I will come back and haunt them when they die because I've told them 1,000 times about cleansing and removing. I would tell her that she knows how to use sage, and if she were doing things correctly, I wouldn't be back there harassing her ass. Yeah, I'd like that done too, but they don't do that in my state. They don't. I thought they did that everywhere. Now I understand. This is what uh, this is what gets me though. They say that they don't want, like, in circumstances like that, you would not be embalmed. What they're saying is that, somebody rotting in the ground or their body rotting in the ground would cause disease, or something like that. Or if that person had a disease, that it would come out and be in the ground. They need to do their research, their medical research. A lot of these diseases die when the human body dies. The ones that do find another catalyst, I'm sure it's not dirt. You know what I'm saying? I mean, uh, those diseases go away when the person does. AIDS, it has to have a host. Now, even hepatitis C out on an open surface only lasts, 72 hours, I believe. I don't remember right now, but um, it's just ridiculous. What it is it's going to knock all the damn funeral homes out of business. And instead of just converting over from coffins to investing in trees and stuff like that, they want to fight it because right now they're all getting rich. I mean, you think about it. The one damn coffin, $6,000-$7,000. People pay as much for a coffin damn near it as you pay for a fucking car. And then the vault. And you're not just putting in the ground, you're putting a fucking vault. A cement goddamn vault in the ground. Your coffin's put in there. It's too much shit going in the earth. You know what I'm saying? This to me would be so much, more productive and ecological way to do it. I mean, before long, you're not going to be able to dig anywhere in this world to build a house, whatever you're digging for, without hitting a coffin, even 6 foot under. I mean, it's just fucking ridiculous. So a lot of times, whether people want to be cremated or not, the only other option they have is putting a box in the ground, taking up, all that damn space, or get burned, And then they still put your ashes in. Some people still have a coffin. Their ashes are in the coffin and buried in the coffin. Defeats the purpose of cremation, if you ask me. It's fucking crazy. So, I mean, what are you going to do? Yeah. Yeah, there's all the time people digging up graves, that were probably there from, 300-400 years ago. I mean, the headstones are gone if they ever had one, a long time ago, especially the cowboys, out on the trails, whatever, somebody died on the trail. Well, they weren't going to have their, keep their body around them until they made it back to wherever they came from. It'd be pretty rot by then. They buried them where they were at, put a little wooden cross there, and that was it. Well, that wooden cross ain't going to stay there forever. See, and I just don't, I don't believe, I think it's a money maker is what it is. People have to be in control of everything. I don't know. But I think as my last wish on this earth, it doesn't matter what I want done with my body, it should be carried out. It is no longer anybody's fucking business, especially the government or any city fucking ordinance. As long as it's not a health hazard to the remaining people, and I doubt ashes are. Indiana is known as the city of Indians. We had a very high Native American population, and we ran them all off, burnt down their villages. So who knows where a lot of the dead are here. That's true. Well, and that's all over the United States, Some states more than others, I'm sure, but they were everywhere. The Indians were everywhere in America. But I mean, it is what it is, there's laws, and unfortunately we have to go by them or get fined. People need to worry about other more important things and where my ashes go. Guarantee you that. Well, I've been on here an hour and a half. But yeah, I think everybody has the right to do whatever they want with their body as long as it doesn't impede or endanger, the health of someone else. So, I mean, if you want to go out and, open an urn and put them ashes out in your hand, let the wind come and blow them away, you should be able to. Not going to hurt nothing. Just the body. Just a vessel that someone dwelled in while they were here on this earth. That's it. But I guess I'm going to get off here. Oh, I need to do my dishes before I get too sleepy. Which I'm getting there. Empty my trash again. I kind of had the empty nest syndrome for a long time now. I know I shouldn't have had all the cooking and cleaning and I'll just do more of it, which I'll get used to it, but I'm just not used to it. But I'm going to go, my lovely. And I'll try to come on here more often. I'm starting to get like tonight, like I said, I just said, forget the kitchen. I'll do this first and then I'll do that. Sorry, you'll have to look at my mess. And everybody's gone. I guess I could go do my thing. It's almost 4 a.m. Whew. I was gonna say I could go and sit at my altar while the house is quiet, but anyway. All right. Well, I'll talk to you later, Lady Blind Wolf. Yeah, I've got get some cleaning done myself. Yeah, I don't want to. I like stuff clean, but I don't like doing it. I used to love to clean, to be honest, but now that I've gotten older, I don't care for it. And I'm going to start walking and doing my sit-ups because I've never been so big in my life. I need to add you on. I thought you were on my Facebook, Aiden. Are you not? You know my real name, right? I'll put it on there right quick and then I'll take it off real quick. So, I mean, not that I care, people can try to friend me or whatever they want to do. If they start being assholes, I'll just unfriend them. And I don't have, any major information up there where I live and all that shit. So, God, I cannot get that up right. This shit up so don't get in my way. I'm trying to clean. But I may go in there and light my altar up right quick. Of course, by the time I do, my phone will ring or something and interrupt me. So, I can't see what y'all are saying right now with my glasses off. Give me a second. Ow. Yeah, well, screw it. Nobody gonna see it. Email me a link to your profile. Aiden, I don't know how to do that. Here, I'll just put it on there. This is what I'm under. And you'll see, my picture, not my picture, but the picture I have on there. It's a blonde-headed Irish or reddish blonde Irish girl. Okay, yeah, you can. Go ahead and do that, Lady Blind Wolf. Okay. Okay. Yeah, Aiden, Lady Blind Wolf's gonna send you links since you're already on her friends list. She'll just message it to you. Okay? All right, guys. Well, I love y'all. Thanks for coming on here and yakking with me. Did you find me? Okay. All right. Love you guys. Blessed be. We'll talk to y'all I'll do it for you. I'll send it to you. He said he found me. Okay, guys, I'm gonna sign off. Blessed be.